Trump is, he's trying to characterize us as rioters and looters, when really we're all out here with signs just trying to say this is wrong and this is our community. And the National Guard is just him trying to escalate it, but we're not going to let him do that. And that's why I'm here.
No, that's why they're here. Trump hates us. He hates sanctuary cities. He's going to try and make an example out of us. No, I'm not surprised. I'm just wanting the people to understand that we have a right to protest. We have a right to be out to ask them, why are they here with guns? And all the communities have got to understand this is not just about deportation. This is about how they're going to treat people of color in America, and this is how he's going to get to have martial law because he wants to goad us into a fight. They have all the guns. We know they have all the guns. We got to let people know that we have a right to speak up. We're supposedly in a democracy and have a voice, but we've got to heighten that voice. We've got to improve that voice. We've got to get more people involved, and perhaps we can push back. But if people are frightened and they won't come out and they won't participate because they're allowing him to intimidate, then it's going to be harder to do. But some of us are going to be out here.
We're here because we want the release of the immigrants that have been detained. A lot of them are coming to their hearings and doing what, quote unquote, they were supposed to be doing and still being detained, but also for the men, women, and children that have been ripped out of their homes in a very violent fashion. They're being detained in very overcrowded facilities that were not intended for this. And so we're saying they need to let them go and they need to stop terrorizing our community. It's ridiculous. We have since Friday, I've never seen any of the rioters have any of the people that they're saying rioting have any weapons, and I think you're always going to have an individual that be their intent, but that has not as a whole been any of our intent.
Are you prepared to invoke the Insurrection Act?
Depends on whether or not there's an insurrection. No, but if you have violent people and we're not going to let them get away with it.
Even
Do you
if you
think-
don't plan to invoke the Insurrection Act, do you plan to send troops to Los Angeles?
What?
Even if you're not planning to invoke the Insurrection Act, do you still plan to send troops?
Well, we're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart like it was under Biden and his auto pen.
What is the bar for sending Marines to
Or is what I think it is. I mean, if we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order. It's about law and order.
Sending active Marines on the table, sir. Secretary Heck
We're going to
said-
see what we need. We'll send whatever we need to make sure that it's law and order.
Who are you